Hello, hi, this is Arvind here. Let's look at the market view and trade setup for the week starting 6th of December. So starting with the Nifty daily chart, as you can see on Friday, there was a strong price rejection at 17,500, which is acting as a resistance zone. So any kind of sustainable move will come only if it crosses 17,600 because this is 20 DMA, another crucial resistance zone. So these are multiple levels of resistance zones, so which will be tough to take out. So right now the pattern which I can see is it had a big fall from here to here and then it pulled back to the supply zone and then it's starting to reverse from there. So there is a chance it may retest this previous low of around 16,800. But before that, there is a strong support zone at 17,000 being a round number. Also, a lot of put writing is here. So there is a chance of a pullback from here before it takes out. So this is a possibility. So the approach for the week is clearly sell on rally. So where do we sell exactly is if we see there's a possibility of a gap down. Maybe we'll open around say the 100 DMA or 17,100 zones. If it all be open here, that if any gap up will get bought into, well, there's a bounce back which we can expect. So if we get a bounce near 17,250 to 17,300 somewhere here, that will be a good time to build some short position, stop around say 17,450 to 500. That will give a good risk to reward on the downside. So we can expect a decent correction from there. So the approach is clearly sell on rally. So it depends on where you want to sell. So you can sell at multiple supply zones. Major supply is coming at around 17,500 zones. So any kind of pullback rallies here can get again sold into, right? So if you're a day trader, maybe you can explore some long trades also around 70,050 to 100 if it starts to hold that support, because a lot of put writing is here. So this will definitely not be easy to take out on the downside. But if it is taken out, then retest of previous low cannot be rolled out 16,800. That is the major support here. That is on the downside, right? So approach the sell on rally. If you look at, let me just clear out all these lines and let's go to the weekly chart. Let's go to like a positional view on Nifty. Right, Nifty has closed below the 20-week moving average. It's formed a spinning top. It had a big fall from the highs around 18,200 the week before the last week, and it is starting to halt here. So halt is not an indication of a trend reversal. It may even fall further or it may come back. We don't know because the market is not having any clear direction here. It's taking a pause here, so there is absolutely no clarity. We have to be ready for any kind of pullback rallies also or a breakdown. So let's be ready for both sides, but the overall trend is indicating weakness because it is forming lower lows and lower highs on the weekly chart. So it is clearly a downside. So we will have a sell on rally kind of an approach, right? Only if the weekly low is taken out, that's where the problem starts. It may lead to a further larger correction. Next support is 16,400, right? And 16,100, which is the 200 DMA, right? So let's look at where exactly it is. 200 on the daily chart, it's coming around 16,134. That is the major support zone somewhere here, right? So if at all this goes, this is on a positional basis. 16,400 is one support which we saw on the weekly chart. So these two levels can be expected. If this goes, either this one it may reverse and then this is a possibility, right? It's on a positional basis. So if you're an investor, I think you can, it's a good time to start investing around 16,800 to 17,000 zone. It's a good support zone. You can probably start investing 20 to 30% of your capital and then be ready to deploy more cash at lower levels. And you can hold it for another, say, 3 to 4 months for positional gains, right? That is my view. So coming to Bank Nifty, it is stuck in a narrow range between the 200 DMA. It's around 35 700 200 DMA, and on that upside 36 800. You can see almost 3 times it attempted sorry, it attempted twice. First time and second time it attempted, but unable to break out. If it breaks out here, then it can go up to the 20 DMA, which is around 37,800. Another 1,000-point rally can be expected. But this trend line is acting as a strong supply, so it is unable to cross. You can see multiple times it attempted, but it's unable to break out above this. So there's clearly a downside visible here, but more downside we can expect only if it breaches the 200 DMA, where it can fall further, right? So the trend is clearly down unless it crosses and closes above the trend line supply zone. So we need to, it's getting into a narrow range. You can see here strong support building up here, but the highs are becoming lower and looks like a descending triangle pattern. So if this goes, then be ready for a further fall. So on Wednesday we have RBI's MPC outcome, so we need to have a close watch on that. That will have an impact on Bank Nifty. So we can trade the boundaries as of now, but be ready to short if it if you see a close below the 200 DMA. We can start building more aggressive short positions on Bank Nifty, which may lead to further fall in Nifty. So let's look at the other like global markets. You can see Dow Jones actually recovered from the lows on Friday. It's find very good support around the 200 DMA. And the problem was with Nasdaq, which had a more severe fall. You can see it's gone outside the Bollinger Band and still trying to it recovered a little bit, but still the fall is quite kind of severe. So we have to see if Nasdaq recovers a little bit or if falls further. And you can see the US 10-year yield actually is down by almost 7%. This is a positive for equity markets. It's below the 200 DMA. So this may be a positive, but let's see how equity markets react to this. The dollar index is kind of stable around the 20 DMA. It's not moved much last 1 week. It's kind of stable. So we have to see if there's any kind of rally towards 97. Right. So coming to Sgx Nifty, you can see here it's again a reversal from 20 DMA and closed around 17,150. There is a very high chance that we will open lower tomorrow, and any kind of initial bounce back can be a shorting opportunity. So that's on the index. And coming to the crypto index, you can see here yesterday we had a big fall in most of the crypto currencies, Bitcoin, Ethereum, all cryptocurrencies actually had a big fall. You can see there was almost 7% correction on the index level. It tested the 200. We have to see how this plays out, because we have to look at all the asset classes to get a decent picture about the global markets. So all global markets are volatile and on the weaker side. So we have to be cautious. Anybody's holding long positions, just try to cut down the long positions and have some cash in hand. You're building a good portfolio. Keep buying at all these dips, and you can wait for another 3-4 months for a positional recovery, right? So on a positional basis, if at all, say 16,800 holds, and if you see a weekly recovery and close above the 20-week moving average, that is the 17,261, that is the 20-week moving average. Especially when you have a doji or a spinning top candle, that could act as a trend reversal also. If you're looking on the positive side, if you see a close above this line here, then there is a chance that Nifty can bottom out here and start moving towards the previous high, 18,500, 600 zones, right? And then it may even take a fresh high to 19,000, but this looks little less likely as of now. So let's maintain a negative bias unless we see this taken out on the upside. So that is my view. On a positional basis, if this is taken out, then again, I'll be going aggressively long on both index and stocks for new highs. That is my view. So I'm being very nimble and flexible, depending on, because we had 2 weeks of downfall and now it's some kind of stability is there. India VIX is also kind of stable, being stable around 20. We have to see markets kind of bottoming out and reversing. Then I'll start going aggressively long on the index. So right now I'm staying a little cautious. That is what I recommend my clients also. So to join my live market support, or you can also take my more support services in PMS, you can WhatsApp or email me. I'll be able to help you out. Thanks for watching. Have a good week ahead. Take care and bye-bye.